Plot armor is a MFer for sure. Looking at these games that happened, there were 4 games that happened yesterday, and I saw a lot of injuries. Injuries was a key piece of it. Many people, Tyler Hero broke his hand, Morant hurt his hand/wrist, and Giannis Antetokounmpo had a bruise, a contusion on his lower back. 2 of them came from charges. But one thing I'll tell you, man, is plot armor is so real. Like when I talk to people and I tell them, man, plot is a thing. Like this NBA and NFL stuff's all about plot and who has the most plot. Because my thing is, when you have teams that are similar, when you have 2 teams that are competing against each other, these people are usually, around the same level in terms of talent. But the thing is when you continue to go on top of the talent, say someone is a 9 out of 10 player, someone's a 9.2 out of 10 player, they're not really they might not even be like 0.2 better. They're just, it's like, to get to that next level of being 9.2 is much harder. To increase in when you're in the 9s is much harder to do than to increase when you're in the 5s and the 6s, because there's only so much you can do as a basketball player to improve. And that's why it's so hard to be a superstar. And when you're a superstar, you're usually really high, like maybe 9.5 out of 10 level of player. And, the high-end stars may be like a 9.0 or 8.9 or something like that. But one thing they are missing is plot, right? And that can be the difference. Because if you look at the first game, you look at Morant hurting his hand/wrist. I mean, the Grizzlies have a decent shot of winning the series. They had a decent chance. They could have won the series in 6 games, 7 games. It was definitely a series that was very winnable for these guys. They have home court. The Lakers, they're a good team, but they're the team that's like they're a really good team. I'm not gonna discount the Lakers for an impressive win, but they're a team that if you're better than you should be able to beat. Honestly, if you believe you're the 2 seed for a reason. But when your best player goes down, then okay, well, you're not gonna beat them anymore. So Morant gets hurt, and if you look at the times Morant's gotten hurt in these playoff series, it's against the main characters, Steph Curry and LeBron James. So, hey, I don't know how long he's going to be out for, but if he's out for any significant period of time, then the Lakers are going to be the 7th seed. They're going to face, they are the 7th seed. They're going to face either Sacramento or Golden State. So that's extremely unfortunate for Memphis, but, like I said, don't face the main character. Rui Hachimura, and Austin Reeves, they played really good. I'm not saying they carried, but it was really good help to the point that's like, oh my gosh, if they keep playing like this, if they're consistently playing basketball like this, they can make it to the NBA Finals, to be honest with you, and maybe even win the whole thing. Like if this is what the Lakers are, and Anthony Davis stays healthy, and this is what the Lakers are, they might win the championship. And LeBron, can really stay claiming to being the GOAT, because at that point, 5 championships and as a 7th seed, I don't know. You just broke the all-time scoring record. Like, hey, maybe you are the GOAT. Maybe Michael Jordan has to release some other documentary to prove to people that he's still the GOAT. But that would be a huge accomplishment for him. You look at the Clippers versus the Suns. I was about to say the Thunder, because I'm thinking Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. Clippers versus Suns, I project this to be a very competitive series. And I see the Clippers, barely win the game. Russell Westbrook shot 3 for 19. It was very poor shooting, but he had championship winning plays. And that's the thing. I always look at Russell Westbrook and I say, man, I don't know if this guy can ever win a championship, because he doesn't make championship level plays. He always takes weird shots or stupid shots, or he's having these very terrible turnovers that you look at and say, that's not going to win you a championship. But in this game, it showed, Ty Lue played him in the end of the 4th quarter because, hey, he was making good plays, he was playing good defense, and he made a really good play at the end of the game when Devin Booker tried to, he made a drive to the basket, and Russell Westbrook blocked him and then threw the ball off of Devin Booker. And Devin Booker, instead of realizing what was happening, he was complaining. He didn't get the layup, so he started to complain. And then when he complained, he wasn't paying attention. Russell Westbrook threw the ball off of him. And I was like, yeah, you should probably focus on playing instead of complaining. But regardless, the Clippers, if the Clippers win a series, it'd be so impressive. It would really hurt the KD Suns. I'm always thinking Warriors or the Thunder. The KD Suns. But the thing about the Suns, they don't feel like a super team, though. They don't feel like a team. Like the Warriors with KD had a super team feel. This team doesn't feel like a super team. It feels very beatable. It feels like you can beat these guys. You know what I'm saying? So it was very big for the Clippers to get that first win to show people that they're for real and that they can definitely win the series. The Bucks versus the Heat. Miami was a great win for the Miami Heat. The last time they played each other, they got swept. Giannis is coming back for game 2, so I do believe the Bucks will correct things and the Bucks will win this series pretty handily. Maybe in 6, maybe now since they lost the game. Someone said that Tyler Hero being lost for the Heat is more important than Giannis being lost for the Bucks, which I understand because, I think the Bucks can still beat the Heat without Giannis, but the Heat need all the people they can get, to face the Bucks. So that's a big loss. So I think that's definitely going to hit the Heat, and I definitely think the Bucks will win that series. And the last series I'm talking about is the Nuggets Timberwolves. Not a lot to talk about. The Timberwolves, I don't know. Those two, there's not really a lot of, like I said, they're in purgatory, the Wolves, because they have nowhere to go. Like, there's no improvement you can really make. Like, what can you really do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys did all this big trade for Rudy Gobert. He's not going to win you anything. And then if you also factor in that Karl-Anthony Towns never shows up for these postseason games, he shot 1 for 7 from 3, shot very poor from the field, didn't have a lot of points. He's not built for this postseason stuff. So it's like, that's your guy. And Anthony Edwards is cool, but he's likely not going to be a superstar. Maybe a high-end star, but he's not going to be a superstar. So it's like you're stuck. If this is, you trade all these picks and assets away to be the 8th seed in a play-in team, you're pretty stuck, and that's pretty unfortunate. So I don't know where you go from there, but Nuggets, it was good for them to win the game, blow out the Timberwolves, show people that we're for real. They're the 8th seed. We're going to show them what's up. We're going to blow them out, not even make it a contest. So we'll see if the Nuggets continue to do that. Like I said, this projects to be the most boring series of them all. But Nuggets sweep them, get these boys out the way, and prepare for your next round matchup because that'll be very hard. Tonight's games is 76ers and Nets. I think the 76ers definitely will win this game pretty handily. I feel like James Harden may have a struggled shooting day. I feel like the Nets make some adjustments and James Harden struggles a little bit, but I do believe the 76ers take care of business very handily in this game. And the last game, Kings and Warriors, I think this game's going to be very exciting. The game 1 was very, very great. It was the best game of the weekend, I believe. So, it was great to see the Kings' energy, to see the Kings, and Sabonis didn't play well, and they still won. But then the Warriors. If I'm the Warriors, I'm not really tripping too bad because you just gotta win one. You gotta win one road game. Like you don't have to win. Game 1, you win game 2, and you're in a great position. So it's not really and even if they lose game 2, they just win your home games and take game 5 or 7. So it's I think the Warriors definitely they're not tripping, they're not panicking. They haven't been down 0-1 a lot, but they're used to a little adversity, not a lot, but they plot usually goes their way. So I expect plot to go their way in this series as well. But congratulations to the Kings for that. I believe the Warriors will win game 2. I may be completely wrong, but I do believe in the Warriors to win game 2 because I have faced the Warriors many times and as a side character, and it was tough. The Kings, like I said, to beat the Warriors, you got to beat them. Like they have to die. You have to kill them. Right? Can the Kings be the one to do it? Because not a lot of teams have. Only Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James have ever beaten the Warriors with this cast in the playoffs, not in the play-in. In the playoffs, only LeBron James and Kawhi Leonard has beaten the Warriors. Are we adding De'Aaron Fox to that list? We'll see. But thank you guys for watching. I'll make sure to try to do more of these little recaps. Very excited for the NBA postseason, and hopefully it continues to get lit, man. These games coming, they're coming, so I'm ready to watch them all. And shout out to Kenny for being on First Take. It's very random, but it's a big inspiration to me. So shout out to Kenny for being on First Take and doing his thing. And shout out to y'all for liking and commenting on this video. I'll catch y'all in the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.